Hi Leo, how are you? I hope that you are doing well. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Nina or Sinfulpluto. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for joining us again today. I hope that you enjoy your stay here with us, and I hope that you are able to receive a message that you need to hear for the next 2 weeks. I'm sorry for the late videos. Listen, life happens, all right? I'm human. It happens. I'm sorry, but thank you for your patience to those who have been patient and haven't been, bothering me on Twitter saying, where is our sign? Where is our sign? Honestly, the patience doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you so much for all of the patience for those who have been patient with me. Yeah, so this is going to apply to Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Tropical and Sidereal. If you don't know your replacements, if you don't know the difference between the two systems, that's fine. Look it up. Go to astro.com. They'll give you everything that you need to know. Okay? Got it. This is going to apply to between the dates of September 9th all the way through the 22nd. All right? So let's just get into it. There's a full moon coming up in Pisces. If you're a Leo rising, that's going to be hitting your 8th house. I swear I just thought I thought I saw a rainbow, but it wasn't a rainbow. I don't know if you've been seeing this stuff, but whatever. Anyways, yes, it's going to, if you're a Leo rising, it's going to be hitting your 8th house. If you wanted more insight into how the full moon's going to affect you astrologically, feel free to look it up. There's a bunch of resources there. So yeah, inform yourself. I feel like it's a fun time. I feel like it's a great time to really release, to let go. So please take it upon yourself to do a little bit of research. I feel like it'll really benefit you. And I just feel like in general, this full moon is really going to be impactful for all of us. So I encourage that. I really do think it'll be helpful for a lot of us. So, all right, so let's get into it. Leo. What should Leo expect for the next 2 weeks between September 9th all the way through the 22nd? What is in store for Leo between September 9th through the 22nd? Oh, that was way too many cards. That was like 5 cards. Absolutely not, honey. Okay, there we go. That one definitely wanted to come out. And it came out sideways. Alright, with the 6 of Pentacles reversed. Girl. And then we have the Tower reversed. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Alright, so really quick. So this could be your energy or the energy of someone else. What I'm seeing here is that there is someone who keeps on trying to pop up. 6 of Cups reverse is all about the past, or 6 of Cups in general. All about the past, childhood. Maybe this is a childhood friend who wants to come back into your life. However, the 6 of Cups reverse is like this person just will not let you go. Like, you've had your issues, or, maybe you had your falling out, or you had whatever it is that you had, right? And you're trying to move forward. Maybe it's you who is having a hard time moving forward. Maybe you are clinging on to somebody else. Maybe you are the one who is not letting someone else move forward because you are so stuck and fixated on them. Maybe you are very determined and relentless as to trying to make things work out with this person, but they're just like, nah, like I'm ready to go. Reverse the energies however way you need so that it fits your situation, okay? Energy is not linear, just putting that out there. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. The message wasn't for you, but I encourage you to check out the message by the end of 2 weeks to see how that resonates, okay? Okay, anyways. It's so interesting, the shift of energies, because I just finished doing Taurus energy or Taurus reading, and I was so like laid back. I wasn't talking fast, really. I was so like just chill. And now here I am, like fast. So anyways, Leo. We see this resistance to change. We see this resistance to restructuring with the Tower reverse. Maybe you're dealing with someone or something. Maybe it's a job, a person, a situation, an attitude, a behavior, a thought process, a belief, whatever it is. I see someone, whether it's you or another person, who you are either clinging onto this thing, person, whatever, or they are clinging onto you. It's like, with the Six of Cups reversed, it's almost like you're thinking of all the good times, and you don't want to let go. For example, if it's a person, you don't want to let go of this person, or this person doesn't want to let go of you because they're thinking of all of the good times. There's a sense of nostalgia here, but it's kind of deceptive because there have been more bad times than good times, and there's a reason why there's a need for a restructure. There is a reason why there is a need for this tower here, okay? And I feel that there's just an awful lot of resistance to that, and it's like you want to stay in the past, or it's almost like you want to stay in your childhood home, even though you were never really happy in that home, even though the environment was kind of shitty, even though the environment just wasn't all that great. And so I kind of see you kind of just clinging onto that, or just harboring a lot of things from the past. Maybe some of you are just not, or maybe some of you are holding on to some sort of resentment from the past that just needs to be let go of, that, you know, that needs to be released. If that's the case, then the full moon is the perfect time to do that. It's all about release. This is not a time for manifestation. This is the time for release, for gratitude, and for just letting go of control and just surrendering to the universe. So just take that with what you will. So I do see that. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So this could either be you or someone else. Again, reverse the roles however way you need to. But I see that this Knight of Cups is very much associated, or very much tied with the Six of Cups reversed, where you or this other person is coming in with some sort of offer, right? They're coming back in. The person from the past is coming back in, and they are making an offer, whether it's a love offer, an offer of change, an offer of some sort of opportunity, whatever it is, right? They're trying to reel you back in, kind of, and they're coming in as like this knight in shining armor, and they just want to save you, or maybe you want to save them, or, you know, they want you to save them. Whatever the circumstance is, whatever the situation is, I feel like this person continuously is just coming back in, but they're not really offering you anything. Because, I mean, if you look, the cup looks kind of empty. It's an empty promise. It looks like an empty promise, at least for some of you. And, you know, they just keep on coming back. Or maybe, like I said, you are making the empty promise to them, or maybe at one point you mean it, but really it's just a thing to soothe your ego because you don't want to change. You know, it's comfortable, you're comfortable having this person or this job or this situation in your life. And so once it's kind of gone, or once it's kind of leaving, you start kind of freaking out like, oh my God, I have to get it back. I have to get this person back. And so you kind of offer them and kind of conjure up anything that you can say to make this person stay. And I feel like it's just time to let go. It's time to leave. It's time to just, right? And it's almost like you or this person could be appealing to the other person's feelings and emotions and nostalgia. Like I said, you know, if this person is coming back into your life, they could be appealing to all of the memories, right? All, you know, because that's how they did it in the past. Right? This is how they reeled you back in before. And so they're using the same old method that they've been doing for however long, expecting for you to come back, expecting for things not to change, expecting for things to be the exact same way that they have been for however long. And I feel like it's time for that to no longer work. It's time for you to no longer let that work. It's time for you to let go of the past, to cut the cord. Because lingering in the past, lingering in history, trying to relive history and rewind everything isn't going to stop time from moving forward. And it's so much better to be present and to move forward and to move with time rather than basically resisting it and going against it. Because when you go against time, you create roadblocks for yourself because it has reached an expiration date. You know, it's like when you eat something that is expired, obviously it's recommended for you not to eat it because if it could possibly, you know, mess you up in some sort of way. It could give you like a stomach virus. It could give you food poisoning. So rather than be like, oh, well, it was good, you know, for this long, it should be fine now, and then eating it, you know, rather than doing that and basically fucking yourself over, throw it away and get yourself a new one. And so I feel like that's just important for that to happen. It's important for restructure to happen. I know that change can be a very scary thing for you because you don't like change. You don't like, you're a fixed sign. I get it. I'm an Aquarius moon. I'm a Taurus rising. I'm a Leo Venus. Like, I get it. I get it. I get it, honey. I get it. I understand. But we just gotta do it. We gotta go through with it one way or another. We have to go through with the change. We have to go through with the times. We gotta be up with the times. We gotta update. It's like, you know, you gotta update our phone. You gotta upgrade your phone. Not upgrade, like literally you get a different phone, but, or maybe that could be also the case. But like, we have to upgrade the software. We can't just always stay with the same software because eventually it's gonna crash. And then eventually you're gonna be forced to have to update to the new software. So rather than having to go through the experience of the software crashing, go out of your way and willingly update so that it's just not that tough of a process. I feel like a lot of us, we make things a lot more dramatic than they have to be. So there's just that. Moving on. We have the sun reversed, right? That just came out. So this could be your energy, Leo, where, you know, maybe you're being a little bit childish, or maybe you're being a little bit naive. Maybe you are shining the light so bright on this person that you were blinded by them. Or not blinded by them, but you can no longer see them because there's just so much light on them. You know what I mean? And, you know, look at, you know, the armor. The armor is reflective, right? You're shining so much light and maybe even trust, or you're showing them so much attention, or, you know, you're making it seem as though they are shining so bright, or whatever, that you are losing sight of who they really are. You know, their armor is kind of reflecting back, and you don't really get to see their face. You don't get to see their eyes. You don't get to see their true intentions, because, you know, like that corny little quote where it's like, the eyes are the gateway to the soul, or the doorway to the soul. That's very true. And so, you know, when all of this light is just shining on them, you become blind because the armor is reflecting back. And it's almost like that light is another sense of armor, almost. And it's almost like they kind of expect you to do that, to just shine all of this light, to give them all of this attention, to shower them with whatever it is that you used to shower them with. Not literally. Not literally they shower them. But they kind of expect that of you so that you can't see into their eyes and see their true and genuine intentions. And they're trying to come off as this very charming person. You know, they know how to swoon you. They know what to say to get their way with you. They know what to do to persuade you, to soften you up, to butter you up. And so I think it's important for you to be aware, to be mindful, and to not just be like the sun reversed, and not just, you know, go blindly into this and trust blindly with this person, especially if, you know, you have your past of going back and forth and being on and off and and like they've made the similar promises before and never have gone through. You know, be mindful, see where the pattern is. Observe what this pattern has been for however long it has been, whether it has stemmed from childhood, or whether it has stemmed a month ago, a week ago, whatever. Observe the pattern, make note of the pattern so that you can break the pattern. Not the app. But yeah, I feel like it could also be with this Knight of Cups and the Sun reversed, is like they're presenting themselves as very charming and whatnot, but they still have a lot of growing to do. They're still just childish. They're very childish. And I think it's important for you to just be aware of that and to make the right moves so that you don't end up in the same old cycle all over again. And don't be so scared of the Tower. Don't be so scared of change. Don't be so scared of what, you know, don't let fear control you. And don't let anything control you. You are your own mind. You are your own sovereign being. So be it. I think that's just a really important thing in general for all of us to learn is we are our own sovereign being, and we must not let fear control us. Otherwise, we just won't really be fulfilled and live a happy life. Anyways, so there's that. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed. So maybe with this person, with the Three of Pentacles reversed, it could be that, teamwork and collaboration has always kind of just been an ongoing issue between you and this person. Maybe someone has been putting in more effort than the other person, or taking credit for your own work, or maybe you have been taking credit for someone else's work in something, and maybe that has just been an ongoing issue between you. And I say that it was an ongoing issue because the Six of Cups reversed again is like the past, it's history, it's childhood, things like that, right? And so this is to me what is saying, this to me is like kind of what's saying like the whole, this to me is what is saying like the lack of teamwork for a very long time, right? And so they're like coming to you and saying like, I'm going to work on our teamwork. I want to work on being collaborative. I'm going to work on not being in control of the situation or being incredibly passive aggressive or whatever the hell. And it just continues happening again. And the Three of Pentacles reverse is just like, it's just not equal effort, right? The Three of Pentacles is saying, everyone had their assignment. Everyone had their little thing. And someone didn't do their part. Someone is refusing to do their part, or they are just, I don't know, maybe they're not aware, or I just feel like they're just refusing it because they were able to slide the last time, right? They were able to get away with it last time, so why wouldn't this time work, That's kind of like the mindset that I think that they are taking on. You could also be dealing with an Aquarius with this star. But I kind of want to get more clarity onto this Three of Pentacles reverse. So how does the Three of Pentacles reverse relate to Leo between September 9th all the way through the 20th? We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And then the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So the Nine of Pentacles reversed essentially describes continuous roadblocks. So again, this isn't the first time that this has happened. The Nine of Pentacles reversed essentially says like, you keep on doing things the same way, so you're going to continue to get the same results and continue to receive the same obstacles and roadblocks and stuff like that, and you're going to continue facing them as long as you do things the same way. So this is saying that there's a need for change. There's a need for change. There's a need for a different mindset or for a different approach. Because as long as you're doing things the same way, as long as you are not breaking the pattern, you're going to have the same results where, it's like you're so close to the goal. You're so close to reaching fulfillment. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles, like you're close to that ultimate stability. You're close to the ultimate feeling of home and security. But having a reverse is saying like, all of the progress that you have been working on is just like diminishing and diminishing and diminishing. Like you're going backwards, you're regressing. And it's because things are being done the same way. And there has to be things. Things just have to be done differently. And maybe you have to have a different mindset, a different perspective on things. And that's why it's important for this change to happen, because I feel like once, changes start kind of happening and once you go along with the change, you'll be able to see things from a different perspective. You'll be able to see things in a way in which you did not before. And you'll realize like, oh my God, that's exactly what I have to do. You'll have that kind of epiphany, right? And you'll have a better sense of planning, a better strategy, or a better roadmap. And you'll see things a lot more clearer. You have a better direction. And I feel like it's kind of time to maybe work on your own for a little bit and not try to force any sort of collaboration or force any sort of just thing that isn't working out for you, because clearly no one is wanting to work together. So either you continue trying to make things work with other people, or you kind of go along your own way and kind of just try to make things work on your own. It could also be with this Three of Pentacles reversed that some of you are just not willing to work with other people. Some of you are not willing to collaborate on working, or some of you are not willing to work on your part, right? And maybe some of you are kind of just like stuck in the past with the Six of Cups reversed. Maybe some of you are stuck in the past, and I think I kind of already like talked about this a little bit, but there's just a need for more planning. Maybe some of you kind of want like the credit for everything, but it's like, what part did you play in it? You know, it's like that person. I think I said this in a last reading for someone else. I don't remember who it was, but it's like you want to put your name on a project that you didn't even work on. Like you want credit for a project that, like a group project that you didn't even look at. Like you didn't even look at the directions as to what you were supposed to do. So that could also be a thing. So let's further clarify this Three of Pentacles. What does this mean for Leo? For some of you, I feel like, okay, I have the Ten of Wands. Under that is the Nine of Wands. Oh, I have 5%. Oh, frick. I'm going to try to make this quick. But essentially, with the Three of Pentacles reversed as well, I feel like someone has offered you the opportunity to be better or to do better. Knight of Cups. Like, it's an offer. It's some sort of offer to achieve emotional stability or whatever it is. But I feel like some of you are so caught up in the past that you're just unwilling to change. Some of you are so kind of stuck in your own ways that you're unwilling to look at things differently. The way that I kind of see it is like some of you could be at some sort of training, or, you know, maybe like maybe this is like a coworker thing. Like maybe you're at a new job, right? Or maybe you're just at a job in general and changes have to be implemented or whatever the case may be. But there are changes happening in some sort of aspect of your life. And some of you are kind of like, you know, everyone else is kind of doing their part in what they need to do, but you are kind of like, no, like I don't want to do this. I reject it. I want to do the things the old way. I want to do things the way that have worked for us for however long. It's almost like your mindset is kind of, if it's not broke, then don't fix it, which in some cases, sure, that may be true, but also, even if it's not broken, you can always continue to improve. You can always, you know, do better. I mean, kind of think of it as like the progression of iPhones. The first iPhones that we had, were they broken? No. But we continued to advance. And, you know, the iPhones back then were not nearly as advanced as they are now. And now we have 3 cameras on the iPhone 11 Pro. Like, progression is always needed so that we can keep up with the times, so that we can keep up and be updated. The software thing, dude, like, that's what I'm saying. So as long as, you know, if you want to remain in the past, if you want to stay with the outdated software, go ahead, do that. Eventually, you're going to have to, that software is going to crash, and you're going to have to be forced to update to the new software. In which case, you're just not going to be happy about it, but you have the choice whether or not you want to do that. You have the choice to update. You have the choice to put in your part in things and not just remain in the past. And I feel like some of you have been kind of trying too hard to do things your way. Or you kind of been like the nail that is just sticking out. The nail that is just sticking out of everything. And, you know, just giving people a little bit of a hard time because you think that your way is the right way. And it's probably not. And I'm not saying that in a judgy way or in a way that kind of places blame. We all have our moments. It's fine. And so I feel like there has just been this insistence on like being independent, because with the Nine of Pentacles, this is also someone who's very independent, who has, you know, built a wonderful life for themselves, or has built, you know, has grown a lot of abundance and has whatever, grown a lot of things, right? And they've done it all on their own. However, having this card reversed, it's like they have no one to share it with. They have no one to share their abundance with. They don't have, they're not able to enjoy the fruits of their labor because the physical abundance isn't what they really needed. And so there's just this sense of like loneliness. And I feel like that's just a little bit of a burden with the Ten of Wands, where, you know, maybe it's like you wanted to prove yourself, you wanted to be independent, you wanted to take on all of these responsibilities, you refused to collaborate or do whatever, and in doing that, you ended up really kind of, you ended up just, what's the word? Overwhelming yourself. And carrying a lot more than you really needed to, carrying a heavy burden on your shoulders, and that's not what you need. And so now there's like this sense of just feeling trapped. There's this sense of like not knowing really what to do, this sense of feeling a little bit helpless, this sense of feeling really vulnerable and not knowing who to trust or not knowing where to go. And it's because you've locked yourself in, you've trapped yourself. You've surrounded yourself by, you know, this abundance, by this garden or whatever, but now you don't know how to get out, right? So I feel like that's just something that needs to be worked on. Maybe Leo, or maybe this is someone else. Again, reverse the roles however way that you need to. I'm looking at my percentage because I'm at 3% right now and I'm freaking out because I'm trying to like finish this in time. But maybe that's something that you or someone else in your life needs to work on. Maybe someone needs to learn to be a little bit more collaborative. Someone who needs to be more open to teamwork and getting advice from other people and not just thinking that they know everything. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Oracle to see what messages you need, Leo, for the next 2 weeks, or what confirmation we can get for you. All right, what confirmation can we give for Leo for the next 2 weeks? What messages can we give them? All right. What messages or confirmation can we give Leo based on this present energy right now? I feel like with this Knight of Cups and the Ten of Wands, like this person is literally offering to take the burden off your shoulders, but you either don't even see the offer because you just keep on looking down, or you're just like refusing it and being like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need your help. I'm fine. So let's see. I'm not 2%. Holy freak. Let me just grab my charger. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Why am I like this? Okay. Alright, honeys. Okay, we're good. Alright, what messages or confirmation can we give Leo based off of the energy that we have right now for the next 2 weeks? Oh, that was quick. That flew out, man. All right, we have mending. So this to me really resonates with the Three of Pentacles. I feel like it's important for you not to shut other people out. I think it's important for you to be mindful of the ties that you have with people and not just kind of cut the cord just because you want to be on your own and kind of try to prove yourself to the whole world, or even try to prove yourself to yourself. I think it's important that if you have kind of impulsively or childishly had some sort of falling out with someone, or if you childishly kind of just said something mean to them and kind of pushed someone away, just to soothe your own ego, again, the Sun, ego, make amends with that person, tie up any loose ends, and just be willing to collaborate. Be willing to, have a little bit, just be willing to work on your teamwork, or to be open to teamwork, should I say. Be open to collaboration, to group work, to listening to other people's advice, because other people's perspectives and advice can really be helpful, As fixed signs, I know that we can always think that we are, always right, and that our way is the right way. But it's not, darling, not always. And then we have not for you. And we have like this chessboard here. So I feel like this is kind of saying that you have to make the right moves. And that door isn't going to open unless you make the right moves. And, I feel like this kind of talks about this Nine of Pentacles reversed, where, you are making certain moves and they're just not working, and continuously not working. You get so close to your goal, and then there are just so many setbacks that pull you 10 steps back, and you're like, why does this keep on happening? Why do I keep on reaching this place? And you have to ask yourself, well, what did I do to get here? And what did I do the past times to get here? And how are they similar if they are? And what can I do differently? What moves can I do differently? What different strategies can I use to unlock this door? I think that's something worth asking yourself. And I feel like your angels and your spirit guides are watching you to see what moves you make, and they have the answers to that, because I have higher power here. So I feel like there's a connection with your spirit guides, and like they see you kind of struggling a little bit, but they're just observing, and they're watching how you are going to continue playing this long-term chess game, because chess, you have to think 10 steps ahead. This isn't a thing where you can just rush. And maybe some of you have been rushing a little bit. Maybe some of you have been just going at it very quickly. But the point is that you need to have a strategy, and you need to have awareness, I guess. Maybe some of you need to ask for guidance or advice from your spirit guides, if you are connected with them, if you communicate with them. And I think it's just important for you to not be so stuck in a certain way of being, and just be open to evolve, be open to change, be open to collaboration, to listen to what other people say, because I feel like it's going to help you a lot more than you might expect. So, there you go. So what affirmation can we give Leo for the next 2 weeks that resonates with this current and present energy? All right. What affirmation can we give Leo that they need to hear for the next 2 weeks based off the current energy that we have in front of us? What affirmation can we give Leo that they need to hear for the next 2 weeks that resonates with this current energy? What affirmation does Leo need to hear for the next 2 weeks? There you go. Oh, I love this. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we have 2 cards that popped out. We have gratitude and impermanence. I really love that this card came out. I feel like it was very needed. So we have gratitude. Today, I am grateful for all of the little things. Even when the big things suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for. like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented the internet. And I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs that do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. Impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. So there's that, Leo. I really hope that this resonates with you. Let me know in the comments down below if it does. I love to hear your thoughts, your feedback, and just your stories and whatever else you have to say. Just talk to me. And if you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends, your family, loved ones, teachers, mentors, co-workers, classmates, teammates, whoever you come across. Subscribe, hit the bell notification if you desire. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at sinfulpluto.com. If you want to find me on social media, sorry, I blanked out for a second. If you want to find me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. I'm most active on Twitter. I'm still trying to get the hang of Instagram, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am like trying to figure out the best way to just do things and to like the best feed that I can create, I guess you could say. But anyways, that's it. I hope that you take care of yourself, Leo, and that you are doing the best for you. So, yeah. Love you.